I'm weak. So, what is up, my guy? Huh? Oh no, I thought because I'm playing. I was like, I'm playing my Madden game. So I was like, bro, I didn't even start my stream yet. What do you mean? That's how I was like, I'm so confused. I just started it. Cat. There. I probably can't be saying that on streaming. I'm about to lose my YouTube. I just dropped the heart. Streaming. Oh my god. It's fine. I don't give a fuck. At least they know I'm chocolate. Sorry. Sorry. I'm very sorry. I am also chocolate. What's going on here? Trustful.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Up the middle. Here's Corum. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
He's across midfield, powering his way forward. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 6. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw again. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. And his kick here is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did. They won't turn that down at all.
Taken at the goal line.
So hit me wildin'.
Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks.
Nah, bro.
Why'd you keep those things from me, my love?
Looking to put a drive together. And Richardson back to throw it.
Cap.
He finds Danny Gray. And he'll take this across the 25 first play of the drive, give him 14.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get
I'm out of here.
and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The Cardinals are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. You talk about this Rams defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this done.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one goes for 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
He's got Higgins over the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This defense for the Rams, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Get up. Check 19, Sergeant. Come 19. Come 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Warriors 17.
Richardson looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Off play action. Richardson. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Come on. Set. Dragon 6, Cowboy 80.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. And what a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Open man is Atwell, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's now second and 6 at the Cardinals' 42-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Let's go now. Back to 60. Go straight. Buffalo 18. Take go.
Back to throw again. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Ready.
And they'll begin by running the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
Taken down back at the 1-yard line.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Panther 11. Come on.
From his own end zone, it's Richardson. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
18. Pioneer. Ready.
3rd and long, Richardson from his end zone. And that went off the mark, a little late with a throw.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Trey McBride, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows to 10-0. Oh, spinning away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Okay, ready?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
They're Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And this pass caught by Gray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Here's Richardson to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with it. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22 now, here's second down and 7. Now Richardson going to shift things up.
70 Rangers, 60 Maverick, 6, go.
Here's a second and 7. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
70 Timberwolves.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see a surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That third down conversion good for 23.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Corum now on first and 10. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's complete to Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Blake Corum, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
36 yards.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
19, 16 average. 19, 18, 19 tight. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's got a man complete. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Now he's going to step up and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
This time they stay on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down and 6 now. And they'll go again with ETN.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Seven Pirates, 7 back. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready, right?
Now Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23.
And the Cardinals first down.
He'll get that out wide to Waddle.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
try and do this himself. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They're going to try and throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. Pass complete there to McCoy. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a first.
A gain of 30.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Joshua Party on for the Rams field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Holy fucking smokes, I got my money up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Richardson looking to throw this. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Warriors 70. Come on, come on.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his
Racks up.
No one can tell me what the fuck that just happened. This shit is get down.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Cougar 19. Trap 50. Trap.
Richardson going on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that'll be good for an Arizona first down.
34-yard line.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He'll find easy. And caught down. But it are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. He'll look to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 3. Looking to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
He hits Adams complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his tight end, that's complete. That's McBride. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. Back to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are on their way to a 2-0 start. The Rams yet again will come up and go for the 2-point try.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Here's Richardson to throw. Open man here is Benson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Richardson. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Richardson. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
19 Tiger, 19 Dragon 60.
Richardson will throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Cardinals 22.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open, but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Second and 3. And he's got his man on the out route. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this nearly an interception. But it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Second and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. complete to Dobbs. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll look to throw. And it is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So the drive will indeed continue. First and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. A nice throw there by the young rookie from Penn State, and then it's a first down. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Rams first down.
70 Lions.
They run straight ahead with Corum. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's second and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Now the first carry here for the running back. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles.
Why you all in my face, taking up all of my space? You should get out of my way. You should get out of